Hey, welcome back. I'm Ash. With me, as always, is Sage. Grab your coffee. This one is going to feel very familiar.
Maybe too familiar. Like looking in a mirror at 8:55 a.m. before a 9 o'clock meeting.
Exactly. So, Sage, real question. This morning, how was it?
I woke up fine. Coffee was good. I felt ready. Like, today is going to be a good day.
I hear a but coming.
There is absolutely a but coming. I sit down at my desk, open my laptop, and I see an email from my manager, sent at 7:43 a.m. The subject line says, "Quick call today?"
Oh no.
Quick call today? With a question mark. Ash, what does that mean? What does that always mean?
It never means quick.
It never means quick. It always means something happened. Something needs to be discussed. And now I have to sit at my desk for 3 hours wondering what it is.
The question mark does a lot of emotional damage.
So much damage. One small question mark. And suddenly my brain is writing the entire screenplay of my career ending.
But here's the thing. Did you reply?
Of course, I said, and I checked this 3 times before I sent it. Sure, I'm free this afternoon. What time works for you?
Perfect, clean, professional.
Thank you. I was proud of that sentence.
What time works for you? A really useful phrase. Simple, polite. You can use it in almost any situation at work.
I use it now. I did not always. Before, I used to write long, complicated sentences, like, "Could you perhaps let me know at your earliest convenience the most suitable time for our meeting?" And then spend 10 minutes wondering if I used the right words.
Long email. Very polite. Says almost nothing.
Exactly. Now I just say, "What time works for you?" 5 words. Done. My manager replied in 2 minutes.
What did she say?
3 o'clock. Just 3 o'clock. Nothing else. No context, no explanation.
A full stop after 3 o'clock is genuinely frightening.
I stared at it, then made another coffee, then looked at my emails from the last 2 weeks to see if I had done anything wrong.
Had you?
I don't think so. There was that presentation last Tuesday. I think it went okay, but I did say basically about 14 times. I counted later.
14 is a lot.
My manager had this small face, like she was trying to stay neutral, but her eyebrow was doing something.
The eyebrow knows.
The eyebrow always knows. So I spent the morning preparing. I wrote down 3 things I could talk about if she brought up my performance. And actually, that helped. Just writing things down.
Good habit. Before a difficult conversation, write 3 short things you want to say. It slows your brain down. You feel more ready.
It really does. And you know what the meeting was about?
Tell me.
She wanted to say thank you. She saw the client feedback. The client said something nice about our team. The quick call today was a thank you call.
You spent 3 hours preparing for a thank you.
I prepared a full defense. I had notes. I had examples. I was ready for a conversation about growth areas. And she said, "Great work, Sage."
Very funny, but also very normal. The quick call panic is universal. You're not alone in that.
That makes me feel better. Okay, so there was something I read this morning about workplace communication, how people talk about their work.
The idea that how you describe your work matters as much as the work itself?
Yes, 2 people can do the same job, but the one who can talk about their work clearly, they get noticed more. They get more opportunities.
That feels a little unfair. Some people do excellent work and never talk about it.
That is me. I do things. I just don't say them out loud.
And then someone else says the same thing in a meeting and gets the credit. That happened to me once. Early in my career, I mentioned an idea to a colleague before a meeting, very casually. And in the meeting, that colleague said the idea, almost word for word. The manager said, "Great idea," and looked at the colleague.
What did you do?
I went quiet. But afterwards I realized I needed to learn how to say things in a meeting. Not loudly, not aggressively, just clearly. Just enough to be heard.
How do you do that now?
A few things. 1. Say my idea before someone else can. Don't wait. 2. Connect it to something the manager already cares about. 3. Keep it short.
Short is better in meetings?
Almost always. The person who speaks for 30 seconds is usually heard more clearly than the person who speaks for 3 minutes.
You would think more words means more value.
More words sometimes means this person is still figuring out what they want to say.
Okay, so what do you actually say to start?
Something simple. I have a quick thought on this. Or, can I add something? Or, one thing I noticed. Not aggressive, just opening a door.
Can I add something? Polite, doesn't interrupt, just asks for a small space.
Most people will say yes. Try it.
Can I add something?
Easy, natural. If you stay quiet in meetings, just try that one. It is enough to start.
Do you still feel nervous saying it?
Sometimes, especially in big meetings with senior people. There is always that small moment of, should I? Is this the right time?
And then?
I say it anyway, almost always fine.
I'm still in the should I moment most of the time.
That moment gets shorter. The more you speak, the shorter it gets.
My first week at my current job. Big team meeting, 15 people. I had one thing to say. I waited for the right moment. Somebody else said something similar. The manager moved on, and I never said my thing.
The window closed.
I watched it close, in slow motion. After, I went to the bathroom and had a small personal moment of frustration. Why didn't I just say it?
Because the moment felt too big. The sentence felt too small. And you were afraid it wasn't good enough.
Yes, exactly.
Because I have been in that bathroom too.
So what do you do now when the moment is there?
I have a rule. I give myself 5 seconds. If I don't speak in 5 seconds, the moment is gone. So I just start the sentence, even if I don't know how it ends. I think, and then your brain finds the words.
That is brave. Starting before you're ready.
Just a little. Work brave.
I love that. Okay, back to this confidence idea. People say just be more confident, which is completely unhelpful advice.
Completely.
But what I've noticed is, when I have the right words, my confidence goes up naturally. It's not about being brave first. When I have the words, the confidence follows.
Language gives you the feeling of being ready.
Exactly. And I think that is why some people stay quiet in meetings, not because they have nothing to say, but because they are not sure how to say it.
In English especially, if English is not your first language, it's one more layer of pressure. You are thinking about the idea, the grammar, your accent, and whether people will wait for you to finish.
One of my old colleagues, she would finish my sentences for me. Every time. I would start saying something and she would just complete it.
Very frustrating. Even if her ending was correct, it was still mine. Eventually I said, I appreciate it, but can I finish my thought? Very calm, not angry, just clear.
And she stopped?
She looked surprised, said sorry, and after that, she became better. People often don't realize they are doing it.
Can I finish my thought? So useful. Polite, but firm.
You can also say, let me finish this idea, or one moment, and then continue. Don't ask for permission to speak. Just speak.
I do stop in the middle sometimes. I'll start saying something and think, oh no, this is going the wrong direction, and I just trail off.
The trick is, it does not matter if the sentence goes a little wrong. Finish it. Correct it if needed. What I mean is a great recovery phrase. It resets. No drama.
Can we try a real example?
Someone asks about your project progress. What do you say?
So the project is, we completed the first part and now we are working on,
Stop. What do you want to say?
we finished part 1. Part 2 is in progress. We are on time.
Then say exactly that.
We finished part 1. Part 2 is in progress. We are on time.
Perfect. Clean, clear, professional.
It feels too simple.
That is the point. Simple is not weak. Your manager doesn't need poetry. They need to know, are we okay? And you said, yes, we are on time. That is everything.
When I say it simply, it sounds confident.
Because it is confident. Complicated language sometimes hides that you are not sure. Simple language shows that you are.
I always thought simple English means I don't know enough.
No, simple English at work means you respect the other person's time, and you know your material well enough to explain it clearly.
Short is strong. That actually changed something for me.
Okay, the client feedback. The thank you from your manager. Did that change anything?
Yes, I realized I actually did do good work. And I didn't know the client noticed. I was just doing my job.
That is the quiet version of confidence. You weren't performing. You were just working.
It doesn't feel like confidence. It feels like just doing things.
That is what real confidence looks like. Not a feeling before you act. The result of acting and realizing, I can do this.
So confidence is more like evidence?
You do something. It works. That is your evidence. Slowly, you build more.
I don't think I have enough evidence yet.
You have more than you think. You replied professionally this morning. Evidence. You handled a 3-hour anxiety spiral and still showed up. Evidence. The client noticed your work. Also evidence. You've been collecting it all day without realizing.
Can I tell you about the presentation last Tuesday? The one with 14 basicallys.
Please.
Internal presentation. 8 people. I had prepared well. My slides were good. But I walked in and my manager's manager was there. Unexpected. I saw him at the back and my brain did a small reset. The first 30 seconds were fine. But then I started talking faster. And I started using basically to fill space. Basically, we did this. Basically, the results show. Basically, what I'm trying to say.
Basically.
And I could hear myself doing it, and I couldn't stop.
What would you do differently now?
Slow down. Breathe. Accept the silence. Because silence feels dangerous. Like, if I stop talking, something bad will happen.
But silence in a presentation is professional. A short pause says, I am thinking. I am in control. I am not rushing.
After the presentation, her manager came to me. I was mentally writing my apology email for the basicallys, and he said, "Good presentation. The data was clear."
People hear the content, not the filler words.
I was so focused on basically that I forgot he was listening to the actual information. And the information was good.
You are always more aware of your own mistakes than other people are. You know every word you said. They heard the main idea.
That is genuinely comforting. Sometimes I leave a meeting and replay every sentence I said.
The Midnight Movie.
The midnight movie, where you lie in bed going, "Oh no, I said 12 times. Oh no, I mispronounced that word."
Nobody in the meeting is doing that. They went home. They had dinner. They forgot. Give yourself 5 minutes of replay, but after 5 minutes, close it. Okay, noted. Moving on.
Okay, noted. Moving on. That's a good work phrase.
It works when someone gives feedback too. Okay, noted. I'll adjust that. Clean. No drama. Early in my career, my manager gave small feedback about formatting. I responded with a full emotional apology. Very long, very sincere. She just needed to know I would fix the format. That's it.
Okay, noted. 2 words instead of 100.
2 confident words, not cold, just calm.
I'm building a toolkit. Okay, noted. I'll adjust that. What time works for you? Can I add something? What I mean is,
You are.
do you ever feel like your English at work is completely different from your English outside?
Yes, completely.
At home, I talk normally. I laugh, make jokes, speak without thinking. But in a work situation, especially in English, I become more stiff, more careful, more quiet.
That version is trying not to make mistakes, and trying not to make mistakes makes you make more mistakes. The more you think about not falling, the more likely you are to trip. These are just people. They make mistakes too.
Do they?
I once heard a very senior person say, "You know what I mean," 11 times in 20 minutes. Nobody said anything. Because the content was good. People are not counting.
Except us. We are the same kind of person. Okay, something practical. Tomorrow I have a team check-in. 15 minutes. I want to say something useful.
You already have your answer. We finished part 1. Part 2 is in progress. We are on time. Maybe add one detail. The client feedback was positive. Maximum 2 sentences.
We finished part 1. Part 2 is in progress. We are on time. The client feedback was positive.
Done. Professional. Clear. Confident.
That was 30 seconds.
The best work updates are 30 seconds.
I always thought I needed to say more, to prove I was working hard.
The work proves you are working. The short update proves you understand it.
Good distinction. And if something goes wrong?
Let me check that and come back to you. Don't guess. When you guess wrong, people lose trust. When you check and come back, people feel you are reliable.
I'll check that and come back to you.
Very natural.
The more I say these phrases, the easier they feel. My mouth learns the shape of the sentence.
Your mouth learns. You don't have to think anymore. Last year, someone asked a very difficult question. Before I could think, I just said, "That's a great question. Can we take that offline?" I didn't plan it. The words were already there.
Take that offline. What does that mean?
Let's not discuss this in the full meeting. Let's talk about it separately. Just us. After.
So useful. Sometimes there is a topic too complicated for the full group.
Can we take that offline? Moves things forward. It says, that's important enough to discuss properly.
So the phrases are like, a calm surface, even when the water underneath is a little rough.
The surface is calm. The feelings underneath can do whatever they want. People see the surface.
You already have one. You just don't trust it yet. One more thing. After the thank you call, 30 minutes later, I had a client meeting. Lovely person, but very fast, very high energy. His thoughts and words move at the same speed.
Hard to follow.
I understood about 80%, but there were moments where he said something and I just nodded.
The professional nod.
Where your face says, yes, I completely understand, and your brain says, I have no idea what just happened. We have all done that. He asked me a direct question about something I had missed, and I said, and I am not proud of this, yes, absolutely, that sounds great.
What was the question?
I don't know. I nodded. I checked the email thread after. He was asking about a timeline, so I had agreed we could meet a deadline.
Could you meet it?
We could, with some work, but it was a nervous 30 minutes of email archaeology.
What would you say now if you missed something?
Sorry, could you say that again? I want to make sure I understand.
Or, could you repeat that? I want to get this right. It sounds like you care. Good professionals ask again. It is professional. Asking again means, I want accurate information. That is the opposite of not good enough.
Asking again is professional.
Keep rewriting that. It changes how you feel in meetings.
After today, I feel a little differently. This morning was stressful, but it actually went fine. Thank you call, good presentation feedback, client meetings sorted out.
And you are still here, still working, still thinking about tomorrow's check-in.
Which I now have 4 sentences for. And the toolkit. I'll check and come back to you. Could you repeat that? Can I finish my thought? Can I add something? Can we take that offline?
You just built your work English toolkit for tomorrow.
I did, without even trying. You don't tell me the answer, you just wait. And then I find it.
Someone can show you a phrase, but you own it when you use it yourself. When you say it and it works, that is when it becomes yours.
Okay, one more thing. To anyone listening, on a bus, walking, after a long day. If today was hard, at work, with English, in a meeting, that is okay. Hard days happen to everyone.
Including me. Definitely including me.
The goal is not a perfect day. The goal is, I handled it. Even imperfectly. Even with some basicallys. Even with some professional nodding. I handled it.
And tomorrow, you will handle it a little better. Because today, you got one more piece of evidence.
Evidence that you can do this. Quietly. Steadily. Take your time. With English, with work, with all of it. It gets easier. Not immediately, but slowly.
And that kind of slowly is fine.
Completely fine.
Same time tomorrow?
Same time tomorrow. And let's have coffee before the meeting.
Everyone works better with coffee.
The most universally true thing either of us has said today.
Take care, everyone.
Take care. And good luck tomorrow. With the meeting. With the sentence you almost said but didn't. Tomorrow, try saying it.
It is enough to just begin.
It really is.